everybody. Welcome to Storytime. It's Monday morning. We are here and ready. So, I like to start my story times by saying hello. And we are going to sing our hello song. Gotta make sure we sound good though. Ooh. That's pretty good. All right. So, we are going to sing our hello song. If you know it, feel free to sing along. If you don't know it, feel free to listen and maybe sing along by the end because it kind of repeats itself a few times. So, ready? Hello, 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 and how are you? We're fine, hope that you are too. Hello, 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 and how are you? We're fine, hope that you are too. Welcome to my living room for stories, books, and songs. I'm glad that you're here and hope you'll sing along. Hello, 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 and how are you? We're fine, hope that you are too. Hello! I hope you all are doing well. For those of you that don't know, my name is Elle, and I am so happy to be doing story time for you guys, for you to watch at home. All right, if you thought we were done saying hello, you were wrong, because we have a couple more hellos to say. So to say them, we are going to get our hands ready, and we're going to make a beat. Bread and butter, marmalade and jam. Let's say hello as fast as we can. Oh, can you do it fast again? Good job. Next we'll go slow. Bread and butter, marmalade and jam. Let's say hello as slow as we can. Hello. Oh, good job. Next, we'll go high. Ready? Bread and butter, marmalade and jam. Let's say hello as high as we can. Hello, ceiling. And now bread and butter, marmalade and jam. Let's say hello as low as we can. Hello, floor. Hello down there. Hello. Good. Now, this next one, I always give this little warning. This next one, we're going to say hello as loud as we can, but we are not going to scream if there are people in our house that are sleeping or working or doing stuff like that we shouldn't be screaming while they're doing it. So just be mindful of where you are and who is with you. Ready? Bread and butter, marmalade and jam. Let's say hello as loud as we can. Hello, everybody. Hello. Good. All right. Our very, very last one. We're going to say hello as quiet as we can and do the whole thing quiet. Ready? Bread and butter, marmalade and jam. Let's say hello as quiet as we can. Hello. What? Good job being quiet. Okay, so we have some stories today, and we need to figure out what our stories are even going to be about. So to do that, we're going to guess, and we're going to get some help with our guesses by seeing what letter was mailed to us. So we have our mailbox here, and we are going to say our ABCs all together to open up this mailbox to see what letter we have. So, if you are ready to say our ABCs, give a thumbs up from home. Are you thumbsing up? I think you are. If you're not ready to say our ABCs, you can pause the video. And we're going to go. So, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, and Z. Now I know my ABCs. Next time, won't you sing with me? I wonder what letter got mailed to me. Let's open up our mailbox so we can see. Very good singing from home. Let's see what letter was mailed to us in our mailbox. Ooh, we have a good one today. We have a G. What words do we know that start with the letter G? There's green and grass and gorilla and other words. I do this every week. I don't think of more than like one word. But the word that we are going to be talking about, that all of our stories are about today, is garden and gardening. All about gardens and gardening. So, we are going to put our little letter back in here. We're going to mail it back to see what we get next time. Put that flag up. All right. So, our first story is kind of already on this board. It is kind of short. It's not so much of a story, but as a little help, a little guidance if you don't know how to garden. So as you can see, we have some grass, and if we are going to plant a seed, we have to get ready, don't we? We have to say, shoo bugs, and shoo away the bugs. These don't buzz, but buzz. Shoo them away. And we need to pluck some weeds, don't we? Boop. Get those weeds out of here. And then we have to dig a little hole, don't we? Now what do? We have the grass. We have our hole dug. What do we put in there? Maybe a seed. That's right, we put our seed right in our hole and we cover it up with some dirt. And now we let the sun shine up there. And what do we have to do? What do seeds like besides the sunshine? Probably some water, maybe. We're going to water it with our watering can. And then comes the most difficult part of all when you're planting seeds in your garden or in pots at home after you water it, give it sunlight. You have to wait. You have to wait and wait and wait. And sometimes it's nice to talk to your plants. So you can talk, you can say, hello, little seeds, hello. And if you're very, very patient and watch it very, very close, soon, you will get your own little rose or vegetable or herb or whatever it is you planted in your garden. Good job, we did it! We got our plant, and we couldn't have done it without your help, right? Right. So, All right, I'm going to clear this out. We're going to do a little dance before we go into our next story. We are going to do some pirate song. So, if you want to follow along with me, there are parts where you would jump, but I'm not going to jump because I don't want to get out of this frame. But if you're at home, feel free to jump if you want, or not. Whatever floats your boat. Whatever floats your pirate ship, actually. All right, ready? When I was 1, I sucked my thumb. On the day I went to sea, I jumped aboard a pirate ship, and the captain said to me, "Oh, you go this way, that way, forwards, backwards, over the deep blue sea." When I was 2, I tied my shoe or sock. On the day I went to sea, I jumped aboard a pirate ship, and the captain said to me, "Oh, you go this way, that way, forwards, backwards, over the deep blue sea." Let's see, what's next? What's after 2? 3, maybe? When I was 3, I tapped my knee. On the day I went to sea, I jumped aboard a pirate ship, and the captain said to me, "Oh, you go this way, that way, forwards, backwards, over the deep blue sea." Ready for our very last one? Next, we're going to go with 4. Ready? When I was 4, I shut the door. On the day I went to sea, I jumped aboard a pirate ship, and the captain said to me, "Oh, you go this way, that way, forwards, backwards, over the deep blue sea." Good job! Give yourselves a round of applause. Wonderful, you guys. Okay, so our next story I'm going to read to you. This is a beautiful book. It is called My Garden. It's a very, very pretty book all about, you guessed it, gardening. How'd you know? So, I might actually get a little bit closer so you can see. It's called My Garden. All right. My mother has a garden. I'm her helper. I water, I weed, and I chase away the rabbits so they don't eat all the lettuce. It's hard work, and my mother's garden is very nice. But if I had a garden, there would be no weeds, and all the flowers would keep blooming and blooming and never ever die. Wow, must be nice. In my garden, the flowers could change color just by my thinking about it. Pink, blue, green, and purple, even patterns. And if you picked a flower, another would grow right back in its place. In my garden, the rabbits wouldn't eat all the lettuce because rabbits would be chocolate, and I would eat them. Uh-oh. If I planted seashells, I'd grow seashells. If I planted jelly beans, I'd grow a great big jelly bean bush. Sometimes in my garden, good, unusual things would just pop up. Buttons and umbrellas and rusty old keys. In my garden, there would be birds and butterflies by the hundreds, so that the air was humming with wings. Looks nice, but sounds terrifying. The tomatoes would be as big as beach balls, and the carrots would be invisible because I don't like carrots. At night, the morning glories would stay open, shining like stars, and the strawberries would glow like lanterns. It's night now. Only the fireflies and the porch light are glowing. But before bed, I take one seashell from the shelf in my room and go to the garden. I poke the seashell into the ground. Who knows what might happen? I cover it up with dirt and pat it down the dirt with my foot. What are you doing? Asks my mother. Oh, nothing, I say. Just working in the garden. The end. And if you look very, very close, you can see that seashell is starting to have roots come out. It might be growing into a seashell tree, or a seashell bush, or a seashell flower, or tree, or grass. A seashell plant, obviously. Very good listening. That was my garden. Very good job, you guys. Okay, we are going to do another little song before we go into our last story of the story time today. We are going to do some Last Night. So, if you don't know it, that's quite all right. If you do know it, feel free to follow along. Let's get our thumbs ready. Here we go. Last night and the night before, a lemon and a pickle came knocking at my door. I went downstairs to let them in, and they threw me in the garbage bin. Oh, that is extremely rude. How dare they? Ready? Last night and the night before, some chocolate chips came knocking at my door. I went downstairs to let them in, and they tossed me in the cookie tin. Oh, people don't belong in the cookie tin. What belongs in the cookie tin? Cookies, that's right. All right, let's see, our last one. What should be knocking at our door? We could do something from this book. We could say some chocolate bunnies, or we could say a seashell tree. That's a good one. Let's go with the seashell tree. Ready? Last night and the night before, a seashell tree came knocking at my door. But I didn't go down to let it in. I fell asleep with a great big grin. Wake up! We still have one more story, don't we? Yes, we do. All right. Our very last story, you guys might know. It is called The Garden, and it's a frog and toad story. So, once upon a time, Toad was outside. Toad was outside doing his thing, and along came his friend, his very, very good friend, Frog. And Frog came walking by, and Frog was holding a beautiful rose. And Toad said, Frog, what a beautiful rose that is. Oh, it's quite beautiful. Where did you get it? And Frog said, oh, thank you, Toad. I grew it in my garden all by myself. And Toad said, what? You grew that yourself? In your garden? Oh, I want to grow stuff in my garden. And Toad said, oh, well, it's quite easy. Oh, there goes a slur. Oh, it's quite easy. Here, and out from his pocket, he pulled some carrot seeds. Oh, some carrot seeds. And Toad took them And Frog said, "It's quite easy. You just plant them and they grow." So Toad knew what he had to do. Toad went and got his garden, and he put on his gardening gloves, which we'll see if we can do right now. He put on his gloves. There we go. He just had one. It was way too big for him. And he said, "Okay." And he took the seeds and planted them right in. And then he said, "Okay, go ahead and grow." But nothing happened. So Toad went, And he went over to Frog's house and he said, "Frog, my garden isn't growing yet. Why isn't it growing? I planted the seeds." And Frog said, "Oh, well, did you water them?" "Oh, I have to water them? Oh, no, okay, I'll go do that." So Toad went all the way back home and he got his little watering can and he watered the seeds. And he looked at them, hoping he didn't overwater them because he heard that that's a problem from many of his succulent owning friends. And went, "Okay, now grow." Do you think they started to grow? Nope, nothing happened. And Toad was getting mad. He said, "Oh, why aren't these growing? I watered them. It's a fine day outside. Oh, grow! Seeds grow! Grow!" And he yelled and yelled and yelled at the seeds to grow. And that is when Frog heard all the commotion. Frog said, "Toad! Toad, 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 what are you doing?" And Toad said, "I'm making them grow, because they won't. They're not listening to me, though." And Frog said, "Toad, it's because you're yelling at them. You don't yell at your plants. You're going to scare them. They're probably too afraid to grow." And Toad said, "I guess you're probably right. I probably shouldn't have done that. Okay, thanks, Frog." Frog said, "Okay." And Frog got out of there. So Toad said, "Oh, I'm sorry, Seeds. You take your time. Please don't be afraid to grow." And Toad went inside. And that night, Toad looked out his window and looked in the garden, and he noticed it was pretty dark outside. So Toad said, "Oh no, I don't want my seeds to be afraid to grow. Oh, I know what to do. They might be afraid of the dark." So Toad went and got a flashlight, and he put it in his garden. And he said, "Okay, see now, if they're afraid of the dark, they won't be afraid because now I put light on them." Oh, they might still be afraid though. Maybe I should read them a story. Oh, or sing them a song. Oh, I'll read a story first though. So he got out a book and he started to read it to them. And after he finished the book, he said, "Oh, they're still not growing. Maybe they're still afraid. Oh, I should sing them a song." And he went, "La la 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 la." And he sang a song. And he kept on singing for a long, long time until he fell asleep. And while he was sleeping, flowers started to grow. And the next morning, when Frog came by and said, "Toad, wake up," Frog goes, "Oh, Oh, Toad, they're beautiful. Oh, wow, you did a good job. And Toad said, thank you. And Frog, you were right. It is hard work. The end. And that is how Toad got his garden. And this light is so bright, it made the seeds not afraid. So, very good listening, you guys. That is about all the stories I have, and that's almost all the time we have left. But we have time for one more thing. And I bet that you can imagine what that thing might be, since it's the usual ending of story time. We are going to do some Knees Up Mother Brown. Now, if you don't know how Knees Up Mother Brown works, I will tell you. When our little chicken friend here is dancing, we get to jump up and down and dance too. But when our chicken friend is up in the air, we stay sitting down, okay? So we are going to start with A Girl from France. Ready? There was a girl from France who didn't know how to dance. The only thing that she could do was a knees up Mother Brown. Oh, knees up Mother Brown. Knees up Mother Brown. Knees up, never let 'em freeze up. Knees up Mother Brown. Go ahead and sit back down. Very good. Let's see. Toad planted seeds in his garden bed, but then he got in his head. The only other thing that he could do was knees up Mother Brown. Oh, knees up Mother Brown. Knees up Mother Brown. Knees up, never let 'em freeze up. Knees up Mother Brown. Sit back down. Gardening is easy and fun if you know how to get it done. The only other thing that we could do is knees up Mother Brown. Oh, knees up Mother Brown. Knees up Mother Brown. Knees up, never let 'em freeze up. Knees up Mother Brown. Sit back down for our very last one. Ready? Whew. We're going to try to do our handstand, you guys. I got to make sure this chicken's ready. There was a teeny tiny man who loved to do a handstand. Oh no! The only other thing that he could do was knees up Mother Brown. Oh, knees up Mother Brown. Yippee! Knees up Mother Brown. Woo-wee! Knees up, never let 'em freeze up. Knees up Mother Brown. Extra fast! Knees up Mother Brown. Knees up Mother Brown. Knees up, never let 'em freeze up. Knees up Mother Brown. Good job, you guys. Very good listening to Storytime. I trust you guys were fantastic listeners. And thank you so much for watching. Every day we have story times at 10 a.m. every weekday. Feel free to like this video and subscribe if you want to get the, reminders of story time. We have all sorts of other crafts and videos coming out. But that's it for today, so thank you again for watching. We are going to wiggle, wiggle our fingers way up to the sky. Wiggle, wiggle fingers. Wave them all goodbye. Bye, everybody.